What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing statue preview day, but before we get to that, I did want to talk about any statues I do have for sale, do a slightly statue display update. So you will notice that the Maji case is no longer here. The collector that I recorded yesterday coming to my house, he picked that up and bought it off me. He didn't want to wait 1 year from Maji case, and I sold it to him at a discounted rate. So that is no longer here. So now this feels much more open, which I definitely love. And ideally, I'd love to have that always, but eventually when we get Khaleesi Bus, Godzilla vs. Kong, I will have to do a garage shelf there. I do feel a garage shelf will go better in the middle room because it's see-through, where a Maji case, it's really hard to see a Maji case unless you're further back like this. But when you're up close, it's harder to see, where a garage shelf, if you're up close, you can see it much better. So yeah, that is gone, which is nice. As far as statues for sale, PCS Spider-Man 1/3 is for sale at $1,000 shipped. This is exclusive. We have sold Balrog, so that's no longer for sale, but we still do have 2 other statues for sale. So 3 statues in total. This DBZ statue by MRC, Goku Kamehameha vs. Vegeta Gallic Gun. Priced at $600. It is mint condition with working lights, limited to 200. An HMO Dante, 1/4 scale. That ships in 2 boxes. Very, very heavy, high quality detailed piece. Priced also at $600 shipped. So that is also for sale. So yeah, that is it for all the statues for sale. The next arriving statues is the Ophobitos, the duo going right there. They are arriving both tomorrow. So we'll do a double unboxing tomorrow, as long as they're not delayed. And then a double review the following day. So let's see how they come in. I did also want to show you, I have got Wonder Woman's final prop riser. So what this actually is a cake riser. I'd never even heard of cake risers, but I've been Googling lots of things, and I found these. And these are advertised to hold up to 100 pounds. They're made of metal, so they're very strong. And this one came with 3 of them. It was actually only like 30 bucks. This one's really cool because it does have like a Roman and European design. And has a really nice gold color that, you know, really looks good. You know, the way this is designed, it's almost similar to like right there. And you have multiple gold colors because this is different than that and that and that. So you have just a ton of different gold colors, and I really feel like it complements this display. And it's 3 inches tall, so it does prop her up to exactly 30 inches high. And I feel that she now displays a lot better with Batman. She doesn't look underscaled anymore. So I really like how this looks. It complements it, and it just looks awesome. And so I used a second smaller one back there for the shield, because I am going to display her with the shield. And the reason I like the shield behind her, as much as I love seeing the design of the shield and everything, I don't have space for it. But the shield also helps the fact that she's missing body on the bottom part of her chest, on like the wing area. The shield helps, you know, cover that like that. So it really makes the overall bust look better. Plus, I do get a shield right there, which is, you know, works good. So I get the back part of the shield and the front right here. It did come with a 3rd smaller one, which we actually just used right here for this Wonder Woman. Props her up a little bit higher, and also, you know, complements her gold underbase. So I think it looks really good. So just for right now, I have Superman here until his bust arrives. I want to have my League looking completed. But once we get Superman bust, obviously that Superman 1/3 will go there, bust right there. The 3 posters are arriving on Tuesday, so I will show you guys on Tuesday how it looks with the actual posters, because you saw the Photoshop, and the Photoshop looked amazing. So I'm definitely excited to get these posters in, because, you know, I don't have any displays with like matching posters like that. So I think it'll just look really freaking good. So yeah, that is basically what I wanted to update you guys with on the collection. Now let's go ahead and look at some of the statues this past week. Alrighty, first let's check out what came available on Prime 1 Studios, because I did not do individual statue previews for these guys. I did on Gypsy Danger, but not the others. So first we do have this Libermejo Catwoman. Now, I will admit, I have never read Libermejo. I know nothing of him outside I've heard of his name on statues. So I can't tell you anything about him. I do not read comics. What I can tell you is I think this statue's awesome. I do like the design quite a bit. It has a cat on the base. She's clearly building top. I don't care for the unmasked head. It's okay. Comes with an art print, which is pretty cool. I really like this far right portrait, you know, with that little smirk, because Catwoman generally does have like an attitude like that. And then this portrait on the left with the glasses down. I think those two are my favorite. And then she comes with a bag of stolen goods. You can see some like golden, you know, whatever in it. Holding her whip. I like the fact it comes with headstands. It's pretty reasonably sized. Like, it's not going to be a huge space hog. She definitely looks sexy. And detail looks fantastic. So, I would say it's, you know, really freaking good. I like it a lot. Very low edition size, only 300. That's surprising for the deluxe, priced at $1,400. If we go ahead and look at the normal, TBA, and $1,200. So you're paying $200 more for, you know, the additional swappable bonus head, another head stand, art print. But that extra bonus head is my favorite, you know, one. So, yeah, you got to get this DX head. So that's the one to get. So, yeah, overall, I think it's awesome. I think if you're into the comic collecting of DC, this is a must-have. Is it better than the Arkham Catwoman? I did see that one. I did like that one a lot in person as well. I really need to look at pictures, but they're both absolutely fantastic. And this one's really nice for sure. Then you have Siri. So I own the original Siri, and this is her alternate outfit. The original Siri definitely had its issues, but I'm always a fan of the OG suits. This one is a little bit more like sexy. She's holding a cat school medallion. So two different poses, either pulling the sword out or, you know, holding the sword down. I feel like they kind of made her pose like more like sexy-like, if you know what I mean. Like the way they portrayed her hips and whatnot. They definitely, you know, for sure tried to sexualize her more. Base is decent. I will say I still think I like the original better. The original has a better base. This base is, you know, same under base, but the top is just like ice. Where the other one, you have, you know, killed creatures. I like the fact you get the two poses, and the detail looks great. I think if you're a huge fan of this costume, go for this one. If you don't care about the costume, go for the old one, because it's available. I believe it's cheaper. And the base is definitely better. Yeah, it's definitely several $100s cheaper. This is $9.79. The OG was, I think, $6.99. So it's a few $100s more. The base isn't as good. So, yeah, no interest from me personally. I still think the OG's better. Even with its issues, I mean, you got two portraits. I like the pose, and I like the base and the outfit better. So, yeah, that is from Prime 1. Then we go to Sideshow. So Sideshow's been having tons of sales lately for Black Friday. They have 10%, 20, 30% off. So before we get to that, let's check out Sideshow Seconds, which is up here, right there, just to see if there's anything available. Because they do update this, generally almost on a daily basis. So Darth Sidious, $500. And yeah, not a lot. Usually, anytime something goes on this, it gets sold out very quickly. So you really got to check that, you know, a few times a day if you want to try to catch an item that's sold out, you know, cheaper. So right now, if you really want to see what's new, just click up here. Normally you would see it down below as well, but right now they're focused on in-stock items because they make more money. So let's look at latest releases and see what we got. So we have an Edward Scissorhand quarter scale statue. Now, I think the movie is okay. It's not, like, amazing. This is by Hollywood Collectible Groups, who in general is very, you know, meh. They're nothing special. Probably one of the worst statue companies out there. It's decent looking. Okay likeness to Johnny Depp. I need to rewatch the movie, but it's okay looking. I'm not blown away. The price is decent, $500, low stock, 24 inches tall. I guess if you're a big fan of this, I mean, we don't see a lot of Edward Scissorhands stuff, so yeah, there you have it though. $500, limited to 600, so not too horrible. Got some prop replicas, posters. And the posters are pretty cool, but yeah. Bilbo 6 scale. The Crow. I still didn't care for the Crow movie. I thought it was very meh. Then we got Nightcrawler. So, let's see, is exclusive still available? Yeah. $615 versus $595. And here, this is the Nightcrawler. I do like this. I think it's awesome looking. I would say it's the best Nightcrawler statue I've seen. I like the base, the fact he's sort of like disappearing out of it. There's like a cloud effect. He's disappearing out. His action pose, 23 inches tall. Love the Sentinel hand. I think it's really cool. You know, it goes in great with the whole, you know, X-Men versus Sentinel 1/4 scale line. So you have dual swords or just hands, so multiple display options. I don't really remember him using a sword, so I don't know, I kind of like it without the swords. The swords is the exclusive, so I mean, I only know him from the movies. You know, I haven't, you know, read or seen the comics or TV show, but I think it's pretty nice. I think if you're collecting the X-Men, you know, line from Sideshow, then that's probably a must-have. You know, because Nightcrawler is a cool-looking character. Then we have the Flash by Tweeterhead. This is 1/6 scale. $575 for the exclusive. 400 edition size exclusive. Flash is painted a little more classic. So, slightly different paint job. Just a little bit more vibrant red, it looks like. And you're paying $25 for that brighter red. I personally don't get it on like Tweeterhead statues. They're all very just mediocre to me. The scales are usually smaller, the designs, and they're not, you know, they're very simple statues. Nothing that I really care for. I like my more elaborate, you know, like Prime 1 style. I mean, there's definitely, obviously, they're getting sales and people like this stuff. But for me, it's just not my cup of tea. I'm much a bigger fan of bigger statues, not 1/6, and more elaborate, more dynamic. You know, like the Sideshow Flash to me is 1,000 times better than this. Then we have Legolas, you know, which I did talk about in my initial, when it first was shown. But, so we have 2 edition versions. You have the premium, which is basically a Polystone head, fully sculpted hair at $17.35. Now that is an excellent price for a half scale. You know, for your knowledge, generally a half scale by like, let's say Sideshow is about $2,000 and has been that way for the last like 7 years. So the fact they're charging $1,700, you know, it's slightly more dynamic. The fact he's stepping up, about to get an arrow. The detail and sculpt looks fantastic. The base is great. For $1,700, that's a steal. Now, if you want to pay nearly $1,200 more, you can get a silicone head with real hair. So obviously, this one looks more realistic. This, you know, looks like a freaking picture of Orlando Bloom. Where the other one looks like a statue. You can tell the difference. So obviously, this one is the superior, higher quality one. I do like the base. I like the pose. I think they did a really good job on the sculpt. And overall, it, you know, just looks like him from the movie. So they did a really good job. Now, let's look at the Polystone version. Now, I don't know if Polystone is using glass eyes. It definitely looks painted really good. I think if you can't afford the $3,000 one, then get this one. But if you have the money, obviously go for this one. It's more limited and will look better. It's almost 41 inches tall, so a good size, 20 inches wide and deep. So it's very manageable to display. I mean, obviously it's tall, as are any half scales, But I think Infinity did a fantastic job all around. The likeness is there, the pose is great, the base is great. They give you multiple options if you want to go really high end or more lower end, but still get an amazing sculpt. And I mean, I'm sure the Polystone will be amazing in person. And I think anyone that gets it's going to be very, very happy. So this is definitely probably the biggest highlight of the pre-orders that's gone up is this one. Definitely a amazing statue. Not for me, because I'm not collecting half scale, and I'm sticking to Prime 1 for Lord of the Rings. But I do think that Infinity did a fantastic job. The only thing I want from them is their Nazgul bust. I think that one's amazing. And, you know, it's a bust, so it's not like a half scale or 1/3. And just checking Frank Nero. Who the heck? I don't even know who that is. All right, let's check out Catwoman. So this one is priced at $37.05. So their last several have been $4,000. I'm honestly surprised this isn't $4,000. Limited to 400, and I believe this is just international sales, and then another 250 to China. So I think this is absolutely perfect when it comes to like likeness and detail. That looks just like Anne Hathaway. When I look at it, I'm like, yep, that's her, 100%. I think they did a phenomenal job. I love the display options with the goggles on, goggles completely off, you know, her full face. I do like the pose. It's the same as my statue. The only thing that's missing is the gun. Now, I've heard that she will come with a gun, they just can't show it due to like a licensing or something like that. Does it list a gun anywhere? Mass on. It doesn't say, no. So it says she's 28.75 tall, 33 inches wide. So she's very wide, obviously due to that elbow sticking out, and then 14 inches deep. So she definitely fits on like a smaller garage shelf. And she looks fantastic. Ugh, definitely love this one. I think it's one of their best likenesses for a human on their bust. You know, this, Wonder Woman, Bruce Lee are probably their 3 best. And then after that, I'd probably say Superman, Mera, then Aquaman. Aquaman probably being one of their worst. Not that it's horrible, but it's probably one of their worst in likeness. But this one is definitely top of the line, 10 out of 10 when it comes to likeness. So they absolutely nailed it. I think price is decent, but you definitely want to get a gun in that hand. If it did not come with one, I would buy a like 3D printed gun off of Etsy and, you know, put it in her hand. So being silicone, I'm sure it's probably movable, or you can get it in there somehow. So that's definitely the other big highlight is that one. Now you have this quarter scale statue for $800. Goodness, expensive. 2000 edition size. What's this from? League of Legends. Now, I have never played League of Legends, but I have watched Arcane, and I consider that show 10 out of 10. It's amazing. But I still have not played the game, so I don't know anything about this, but it's cool looking. It's a cool looking statue for sure. I suppose if you're a League of Legends fan, you know, here you have an option to get a quarter scale statue from that game, which is cool. You know, I always love video game statues. Check another page just to see. Hey, if any of you guys want a backpack, seriously, why are they selling that? We got Venom, 6 scale, and Spider-Man, both very cool. But you know me, I'm not really into 6 scales, and there's lots of other channels for that, so I'm not going to really look at that. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. Then it goes to Harley, who's up for POS Prime 1 for Sideshow. But yeah, that's it. I mean, really, yeah, the Legolas and the Slink are the 2 big highlights. They're both amazing. They look awesome. So definitely very, very cool. Now, Iron Studios just hosting an event. Their events are always very weird. They're very long and honestly uninteresting. I don't even watch them. I love Prime 1's events. Their events are legendary. And Queens are also pretty good. But yeah, I'm sure there's some statues we'll look at in the following weeks. Yeah, so there's nothing on Iron Studios' website. But yeah, that is it though, folks. So let me know if you guys are pre-ordering any statues. I'm not picking anything up. I would love to get that Sling Kyle, but I can't afford every single Infinity Studios bust. You know, I plan on getting, I mean, I would love to put Sling Kyle right there. But I plan on getting the Joker. You know, eventually I'll move that Selena Kyle right there. Those 3 in the corner. and do Joker 1/3, Joker bust. And that's all I have space for. And then I'll scoot him right there and do Mera bust right there. So basically a bust on each end. And then here will also be a bust, likely either Darkseid bust or maybe just all 1/3. It could be Harley bust. It really varies how much I like Darkseid bust by Queen. But yeah, if any of you guys are looking to purchase anything from Sideshow's website, please use the link below, as it does help the channel, help me buy more high-end statues, bring you guys more content. So please use those links. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the unboxing of the Ophobitos. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.